In this video I'll be transforming my 2-year-old base. Stay tuned to the end to see the finished results. Right, I think we'll start with this house. And let's break this down. Well, this is a bit strange. Well, I think we should get back into it. Right, now all that is done, it's time to transform this. And here goes the fantastic plan. And let's get building the first house. Right, that is the first build done, and it's not looking too bad. It definitely looks better than it was before. This is definitely a major improvement, and let's go on to the next build. This is the next build that needs to be improved. I think it can definitely look a bit better than this, so let's break this down. Right, all that is done now. All we have to do is make a plan for this whole base. And here's the plan. I outlined everything so you don't have to watch me for 2 years struggle. But let's get to building. And here is the final product. This world is coming together, definitely. This is a major improvement from last time. But now it's time to move on to the next build. Right, so I've chosen these two houses since they're pretty basic. So, you know the drill by now. Just like that, and they're gone. It's time to start building. Actually, we're kind of running low on materials, so I think we need to go get some. Okay, now we can start building. And that is another build finished. This world is definitely looking way better than it was before. But now it's time for another build. Stay tuned to the end to see a grand tour of this whole entire base. Now we got this build to improve. It's looking a bit bland, there's not much to it, so I think I'll add something to it, and yeah. It's already looking way better than it was before, so let's do this to the other sides. I have now added all the windows and everything on every side, even at the front. It's looking way better than it was. So on to the next build. This mob farm has been sitting here for a very long time. I think it deserves an upgrade now. And let's set up the plan. Here is the plan. I know it looks a bit strange, but trust the process. But let's get to building. And here is the complete build. It doesn't look too bad, you know. And now this completes everything. This is the final build finished for this whole entire base. Now the moment of truth you've been waiting for is the grand tour of the whole entire base. And let's do this. Let's start with this build first since it's outside the base. And let's go inside. This is where all the iron is made. Here is where my super furnace is. And there is a lot of chests here, but don't ask why there's so much chests here. And here is where all the iron and roses are sorted. See, I have so much of them. But now it's time to enter the base. Here we are. Going into the base. Here is my bridge. It's not too bad of a bridge, and the entrance is right here. On our left, here's the build we did in this video. And next to it is my personal castle, which this is where my house is. This is where all the riches are. Everything. We got the dragon egg, got diamonds, everything in here. This is where everything is kept in a secure location. As you can see, I'm very rich. But that is it for this build, so on to the next one. And now we move on to the sugarcane farm. This is the automatic sugarcane farm. This is where all the sugarcane is made. Next to it is a clock tower that I built. It definitely makes the base look way better. Now in this house, this is where all the bone meal is made. It is fully automatic. As you can see, it works pretty well. Now this nether portal, I'm very proud how I made this. It looks pretty nice. Now let's head inside the nether. Now this is where I built my nether hub, so it makes it easier to travel everywhere I go. The end portal, fortress, and the creeper farm that I built. This is the creeper farm I was talking about, and it works pretty okay, but I haven't been here for a while, so it's not been running. But on to the next build. Going down the pathway, that is the house we built. And down here is where a castle I built, where we got a skeleton horse, a pink sheep, and a diamond horse armor horse. But on to the next build. This is where the villager breeder is, but there seems to be a villager missing, but I don't know where he went. But on to the next build. This is where the villager trader is. It's not much, but it does the job. There's not many villagers, but yeah. On to the next build. Now this is where we built a mini nether fortress. It's pretty nice. This is where my gold farm is. Now this is where all the piglins get killed, and this stores all of the gold. As I will show you from here, look how much gold I get. And here is my enchanting room. It's pretty nice. And as well, this is where my stone generator is. 3 things in one, which is pretty awesome. And also, this is pretty much an XP farm, but that is pretty much it for this. So on to the next build. Now this is the tree chopper you saw in the video. It's pretty efficient. Basically, place a sapling there and then go up the ladder and go on the top of the tree and then cut down the tree. Then all the saplings and stuff that falls down into the water gets collected in. And here is where my beacon is placed. There's about 4 beacons, but there's 2 missing, which I don't have 2 other beacons, but yeah. And here is a very nice wheat farm in the center of this base, which makes it look very nice. And there's also a skeleton here. And now we move on to a well. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? And we also have a campfire over here, which makes this base look pretty chill, you know. And now we have an abandoned house over here. Now we move down into the underground. And this is where a slime chunk is. This is why I sectioned it off so I don't get attacked while I'm in here. This is also where a cave is. Down here, this is where I was gonna live, but I changed my mind. And this is where my strip mine is. It is very, very long. And finally, over here is where all the food is made. This is where I get everything from. Now that is pretty much it for my whole entire base. I want to thank you guys for watching this video and have a good day.